Good afternoon, student. Welcome to online class. So yesterday class we have discussed about ecology, plant ecology. Under the three chapters, there are the three chapters: principles of ecology, ecosystem, and environmental issues. And then discussed with ecosystem. In previous classes, we have discussed ecosystem. What is ecosystem? What are the definitions of ecosystem? And followed by structure of ecosystem. There are the two types: biotic and abiotic factors. Then the biotic factors further classified in two types: autotrophic components and heterotrophic components. So now we learn about the functions of ecosystem. So these are including creations of energy. So what is the creations of energy? So the energy yielding process like photosynthesis or autotrophs. So already these words are read for lower classes level: photosynthesis and autotrophs. End of this process, they produce the energy. That means creations of energy. This energy is sharing of energy from one tropical level into the another tropical level. And next one, cyclic material between the living and non-living components. That are the functions of the ecosystem. Again, creations of energy, sharing of energy, thus and cyclic of material between the living and the non-living components of the ecosystem. So now already we learned the productivity. So what is meaning the productivity? The amount of biomass produced for year in a unit of the time, that is called productivity. So the before studying of productivity of ecosystem, we should understand what are the essential of sunlight. So what are the essentials of sunlight? These are first essentials of photosynthesis, otherwise known as producers. The producers are essential for tropical level. And then the quantity of sunlight, the productions of directly proportions are there, the productions of energy in the plants. Now we have discussed about photosynthetically. Active radiation. So what is meaning that? Photosynthetically active radiation. The amount of light for photosynthetic in the plants, that is called photosynthetically active radiation. Again, so what is photosynthetically active radiation? The amount of the light available for photosynthesis in the plant, that is called photosynthetically active radiation, shortly PAR, photosynthetically active radiation. Then the wavelength of photosynthetic active radiations between the ranges of 400 to 700 nanometer. So this wavelength is essential for photosynthesis and plant growth. So again, for the ranges between the wavelength of 400 to 700 nanometers, these are essential for photosynthesis and plant growth. But the photosynthetically active radiations cannot always the constant, because natural process like clouds during the rain season, they reduce the wavelength of photosynthesis. Trees should have dust particle season, summer season and winter seasons also, altitude and latitude, length of the day of the light and etc. that are reduced the wavelength of photosynthetically active radiation. Generally, the photosynthetic active radiations are found between the 400 to 700 nanometer. The more efficiency of photosynthetic active radiation is blue and red light. The ranges of blue is 400 to 500 nanometer wavelength, whereas in red is 600 to 700 nanometer. So this wavelength is more efficient in the photosynthesis. Next we have discussed about in total amount of the sunlight. Sunlight, 34 percentages of the sunlight fall of the atmospheres, but the sunlight is reflected in the atmosphere again, or reflected back in the atmosphere. In more than 10 percentages of the light, they held with the atmosphere gas, ozone and vapor. So the remaining 56 percentages are observed in the earth's surface. So out of this, 2 to 10 percentage of the light only, or light or solar energy or solar light only observed in the plant during the photosynthesis. So the remaining solar energy is dissipated in the heat. So next we have discussed in photosynthetically active radiations. Generally, these are measured with millimoles, but these are observed millimoles square meter per second. By which silicon photowater detector, which are detected the wavelength of 400 to 700 nanometer. Then the photosynthetically active radiation, these values range from 0 to 3000 millimoles per square meter per second. For example, this in night time of photosynthetically active radiation is the 0, whereas in daytime especially the mid daytime of summer season, the ranges of photosynthetic active radiations from 2000 to 3000 millimoles per square meter per second. So now we are discuss about the primary productivity of ecosystem. So already we discussed that. What is primary productivities? Sorry. Productivity at an ecosystem. So what is productivity? So the productivity is the biomass of production for unit in a unit of time, that is called productivity of ecosystem or productivity. So these are measured or expressed in the terms of gram, meter square or yes, or calorical or bar, meter square bar yes, that are measured for the productivity again. So what is mean the productivities? The total amount of biomass produced for unit in a unit of time, that is called productivity. So these are expressed in the term gram bar, meter square bar here, or kilocal per meter square per yes. So generally these are further classified into the three types. There are the three types. They are primary productivity. Second one, secondary productivity. Third one, community productivity. So now we'll discuss one by one. So first one, primary productivity. So what is primary productivities? These are chemical energy or organic matter. Okay? Chemical energy or organic matter generated by autotrophs. The process of photosynthesis and chemosynthesis. So already in previous classes we have discussed in the photosynthesis. So that are converted inorganic component into the organic component, that is called photosynthesis. That chemosynthesis, the synthesis of food with the help of the chemical component, that is called the chemosynthesis. This process is called primary productivity. Okay? Chemical energy or organic matters generated by autotrophs through the process of photosynthesis and chemosynthesis. This process is called primary productivities. This is next. The primary productivities under the classified in the two ways. One are cross primary productivity, another one net primary productivity. So first we are discussed about cross primary productivity. So what is mean the cross primary productivity? The total amount of energy or biomass or organic matters by autotrophs through the process of photosynthesis, that is called cross primary productivities. Next one, net primary productivities. The portions of energy after creations. The portions of energy or organic matters, the remaining after respirations of loss in the plants is called net primary productivity. These are also known as apparent apparent photosynthesis. These are otherwise known as apparent photosynthesis. The net primary productivity is found between GPP minus respiration. It is also called a NPP. So again, cross primary productivity is loss in the respiration. This process also net primary productions. Next we are discuss the net primary production is the whole biomass. They estimated with about 1,700 billion tons at the dry weight. So out of this, the NPP is OCL productivity is only 55 billions of the 55 billion tons for years. These are the so next we are going to discuss secondary productivity. So what is the secondary productivities? The amount of energy sources from the tissues for heterosis or consumer, that is called secondary productivities. These are other classified the two ways. They are cross secondary productivity, another one net cross secondary productivity, another one net secondary productivities. So first we have discussed cross secondary productivity. So what is cross secondary productivities? The equal amount of the total amount of plant materials by indigenous with herbivorous minus the loss of materials for ficus, that is called cross secondary productivities. So next here net secondary productivities are the storage of energy or biomass by consumer for unit or for unit area for unit the time after respiration loss, that is called net secondary productivity. Next we are going to discuss community of productivity. So what is the community of productivity? The rate of net synthesis organic matters by the group of plant for unit area for the type, that is called community productivities. So next we are going to discuss the factors affecting of primary productivities. The primary productivities depended upon the plant species of the area. Sometimes some places you see that the crowd of the plants are located same places. Thus plants are deficient or cannot available in the quality of the light. So the plants of areas, that photosynthetic capacity also they are directly affected in the production. Another one, sir, availability of nutrition, solar radiation, precipitation, soil types, topography, and the other environmental factors also they are directly or indirectly affected with the primary productivities or the process of photosynthesis and chemosynthesis. Next one, the productivities of ecosystems. The primary productivities are do not affected the size, the population, the shed, but they directly affected with the fixations of atmospheric radiation. So generally, The net productions of primary and secondary mostly they occur in the oceans, aquatic regions compared to the terrestrials. So today class is over. Thank you.